Hey, what's going on, guys? I've got Kylo Ren's shuttle, or actually the Upsilon class shuttle here, and we're going to unbox this thing for you guys. And, oh, big box, big box. This is a huge model, too, by the way. And I think storing it is going to prove to be incredibly difficult because it's just so awkwardly shaped. But we'll see. We'll see how it ends up fitting. Whew. All right. Wow, look at this thing. This may be the biggest ship they've ever done for standard play. I mean, just looking at the wingspan alone, it's almost as long as a GR75. Like, that's crazy. Look at my hand. It's bigger than my whole... It's like almost as big as my forearm. That's insane. Now, I mean, it does fold up. It doesn't... The wings don't touch. It just lands straight just like it did in the movies. The thing is really gorgeous. It really is. There's multiple shades. I don't know if it's showing up here, but you have multiple shades of black and gray on this thing. So that's actually... I appreciate that. It looks very nice. Very nice. All right, let's check out the bottom. I love that the wings move. I love that they're doing this now. They're making like movable parts on as many ships as they can. They're really, like, the craftsmanship has gone up and up and up. I really expect, I'm going to call it. I'm calling it right now. Before the end of 2017, we're going to see X-Wings with movable S-foils. I bet you we're going to see it. I don't know. I could be wrong. But if we're right, you have it on video. I called it in February. All right, so here's our we have our components list, our little rules sheet, and it basically is talking about all the normal stuff. It talks about condition cards. And this ship is cool because it has the coordinate action. Coordinate action is really cool. It's something we've only seen on huge ships before. So first I'm going to look at the cardboard. We've got our Upsilon class shuttle dial. We have the big base, front arc only. Yes, you're seeing a 4 on there. There's 4 attack on this thing. That's amazing. We've got our proof of purchase. Do you guys save your proof of purchases? Let me know in the comments. I have every one I've ever done, and I don't think I'll ever need to use them for anything, but I just don't want to throw away, cardboard. I have this thing about throwing away cardboard, and I've got so many, like, shield tokens. I've got 1,000 shield tokens, and how many do you ever really need? Like 20 maybe max? I don't know. All right, so we've got our new... Now, these are important. These are your condition cardboards. So you want to keep these little chits. These are for their condition cards, and you're going to use those in normal games. These are not for custom missions. All right. So, here's our base. I'm going to set this guy up. But yeah, conditions are a new way of having persistent game effects, and they're all throughout Wave 10. Each one's different, and I think they're kind of cool. It adds an extra layer of complexity to the game. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the game is kind of straightforward for the most part. Look at this thing, man. That's just monstrously huge. That's what she said. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see what else we get in this thing. Okay, so we're going to start with our ships. First, we've got Kylo Ren. Now, Kylo Ren is pilot skill 6. He is, well, let's look at the ship itself. All right, now this is a little on the expensive side, especially considering all the stuff we can do with it. But it's okay because it's 4 attack dice, so at least you're getting your money's worth for this thing, right? No measly 3 attack dice here, all right? So 4 attack dice, 1 evade, or 1 defense. We got 6 hull and 6 shields, so it's pretty tanky. It's going to last a little while, all right? And now let's look at what else it comes with. We've got systems. We've got 2 crew, so yes, Palpatine can go aboard this, and we've got 2 tech, which is really cool. We haven't seen anything with 2 tech before, so that much is pretty nice. In addition to having 2 tech, we all have the focus and target lock ability, and this one right here, which if you haven't seen this before, this is coordinate, and this gives another ship. Let's pull it up to be exactly right. Basically, it gives somebody else a free action, which is awesome, but I believe they have to be at range 1 to 2. So, yes. All right. This allows it to perform the coordinate action. To do so, and choose another friendly ship at range 1 to 2. They may immediately perform 1 free action. There you go. And this was always a big thing with the huge ships, because huge ships can never perform free actions. And those are for epic play. That's not what this is. This is a large ship, not a huge ship. So Yeah, so basically it gives a ship at range 1 to 2 a free action. Awesome ability for it to have, especially if you're playing other things that already give you a target lock and or focus. So I love that. And it's also another way for you to chain free actions, because if something else gives somebody a free action, you give this guy a free action, he can use his free action to coordinate and give somebody else a free action. Free actions for everybody. It's Oprah Winfrey on free actions. All right, so now that we've got all that out of the way, let's start with Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is pilot skill 6. We've started to see slightly lower pilot skills in this expansion. They're trying to steer the game away from everybody's always flying pilot skill 9 or higher. So medium level pilot skills may actually start to matter. And I think that's kind of a cool thing, because now all of a sudden your pilot skill 5s and 6s are relevant. It's either you are like a 9 or you weren't a 9, All right. The first time you're hit by an attack each round, assign the "I'll show you the dark side" condition card to the attacker. I don't know why I did that like Batman. I don't think... Although Kylo Ren does have a lot in common with Batman, but he doesn't necessarily sound like him. All right, so I'll show you the dark side. We're going to talk about that later, but basically the first time you're hit by an attack, you get to put "I'll show you the dark side" on the attacker, and we'll go over those later. Major Stridon. Major Stridon does not have the EPT like Kylo Ren does. Also, this is nice to have a shuttle with an EPT, because nobody else has it. All right, now he only costs 32 points, pilot skill 4. For the purposes of your actions and upgrade cards, you may treat friendly ships at range 2 to 3 as being at range 1. So this means he could coordinate a ship that's at range 3, because you're going to treat it like it's at range 1. And this opens up a whole lot of other potential crew and upgrade options for this ship. So he's a total support ship, but support with teeth. Any configuration of this shuttle that runs support is going to be support with teeth, because that 4 attack is just so menacing. All right, Lieutenant Dormants only costs 31. We're getting cheaper now, but he's only pilot skill 3. During setup, friendly ships may be placed anywhere in the play area at range 1 to 2 of you. So this is referenced a little bit in the in the Quad Jumper expansion, because there's some really cool... we have them. We have the Hyperwave Comm scanner. So there's other cards that are going to work with this. Awesome. All right. But yeah, so you could put him as far forward as you want, and then you can put other ships farther forward. So you can deploy farther into the deployment zone, into the map. All right, Starkiller Base Pilot. Now this is the money card right here, and the reason I say that is because you could potentially put 3 of these on the board. Now you got 3 tanky ships that are each rolling 4 attack dice or more. You can roll 5 at range 1. Now that would be an expensive list, because you'd have to buy 3 of these, but it's always nice to know what the generic costs. He costs 30 points, and he's just crazy good. All right, so I can't wait to fly this ship. This is my favorite ship of this wave, easily, because of the 4 attack dice. I'm not going to lie. It's definitely because of the 4 attack dice. All right, we've got these 2 condition cards. We've got "I'll show you the dark side" that comes with it, and the condition cards have new backs. We have 2 condition cards in this expansion pack, one with General Hux on it and one with Kylo Ren on it. And but this one is "I'll show you the dark side." When this card is assigned, if it's not already in play, the player who assigned it searches the damage deck for 1 damage card with the pilot trait and may place it face up on this card. Then shuffle the damage deck. When you suffer critical damage during an attack, you are instead dealt the chosen face up damage card. When there's no damage card on this card, remove it. So basically it allows you to pick your crit. If you're going to hit somebody and you're going to get a critical damage through, it allows you to pick the crit. Awesome ability, and it can be just completely devastating for certain ships, like especially especially with the new damage deck. It's just going to be incredible. Now we've also got the General Hux card, Fanatical Devotion. When defending, you cannot spend focus tokens. When attack, and these are cards you assign to a ship as prescribed by the card. So this is something you would put on somebody else's ship. Actually, no, I think this is when you put on a friendly ship. Well, we'll see when we get to the General Hux card. When attacking, if you spend a focus token to change all eyeballs to hits, set aside the first eyeball result that you change. The set aside hit cannot be canceled by defense dice, but the defender may cancel crits before it. During the end phase, remove this card. So this one is basically, once you use this, it's turning a ship into like a full-on attack ship that can't spend focus for defense. It can only spend focus for attack, but it makes the focused attack better because at least one of those hits has to go through. So that's really nice. It seems like this would be better on like a TIE fighter or a cheap ship that that isn't going to roll. Like if you roll 4 attack dice, you know, having only one be able to go through isn't necessarily that good. But if you're only rolling 2 attack dice, you know, and being able to force one through is actually much better in that case. So that's the 2 condition cards, and we'll get to the cards that are going to force them. All right, so Snapshot. So nice to get Snapshot, and we get 2 of them here. So Snapshot came in the Heroes of the Resistance pack, and it's great to have more of them because a lot of people want to run multi-Snapshot builds. So just a fantastic EPT that's a lot of fun. One of my favorite EPTs in the game right now. So here's General Hux. General Hux is a crew. He costs 5. So he's one of the more expensive cards we've seen. He's Imperial only. As an action, you can choose up to 3 friendly ships at range 1 to 2. Assign 1 focus to each of those ships, and assign Fanatical Devotion to one of them. Then receive a stress token. So he's going to give 3 focuses out for 1 stress, and one of them becomes fanatically devoted. So this is perfect to complement a TIE Swarm, right? Or something else. It doesn't have to be a TIE Swarm, but he's a perfect swarm support ship. And I think they designed the Fanatical Devotion card really well to work with him, because otherwise you would have had all this text on just his card and some way to mark it, right? So you need tokens and all. So it was going to be overcomplicated if they just made it text on a card. So that's why they came up with conditions. I think it's great. All right, Kylo Ren. As a crew, assign the I'll show you the dark side condition to an enemy ship at range 1 to 3. So Kylo Ren this is actually pretty cool. He costs 3. I think is a pretty good option. But because he's unique, you could only run Kylo Ren here or here. But he's the first condition card that you have multiple ways to use him. You can use him as the named pilot in a ship, or you can use him as a crew. So that's pretty cool. I like it. All right, Operations Specialist. Limited. That means 1 per ship. So you couldn't put 2 of these on a single shuttle. It costs 3. After a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 performs an attack that does not hit, you may assign a focus to the friendly ship at range 1 to 3 of the attacker. All right, so if somebody else is missed, so you give somebody else a focus. And you combo that with Major Stridan, and he changes that to, he can, you know, the 1 to 2 part, he can treat those as if they're 1 to 3, effectively. And we get 2 of those. So that's cool. Now we've got really cool ability, Hyperwave Comm Scanner. At the start of your place forces step, you can choose to treat your pilot skill as 0, 6, or 12. And during setup, after another friendly ship is placed at range 1 to 2 of you, you may assign a focus or evade token to it. Now that really works well with somebody like Lieutenant Dormitz, because you can place him pretty far forward, put some ships farther forward from you, and now they may be able to potentially shoot turn 1, and they can also be focused already, and they may even be far enough forward that they can get a target lock turn 1, depending on their speed. And this comes with 2 copies of Hyperwave Comm Scanner. This is also found in the Quad Jumper. And actually, what's pretty cool is no, I don't think you can do that. I don't know if you can equip. This isn't limited, so I suppose you could probably put 2 of these and give them either 2 focuses or a focus and an evade. You probably wouldn't want to do 2 evades, but that would be pretty crazy, right? Have a couple of TIE fighters all going forward with double focus on first turn. That'd be nuts. All right, targeting Synchronizer. While a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 is attacking a ship, there's another tech, costs 3 by the way. While a friendly ship at range 1 to 2 is attacking a ship that you have locked, the friendly ship treats the attack target lock as the attack. So, if a game effect instructs you to spend a target lock, you may spend your target lock instead. So basically, this allows you to field bombers with torpedoes and missiles, and they can use your target lock if they need to, or if they're running types of attacks that don't require them to spend the target lock, like homing missiles, then they get to do those for free. So that makes it a great support ability. It comes with 2 of those. Very nice. Ion Projector. We saw this with the Houndstooth expansion. All right. So I'm not going to talk about that. This is a repeat. And Kylo Ren's Shuttle. This is a title. At the end of the combat phase, choose an unstressed enemy ship at range 1 to 2. Its owner must assign a stress token to it, or assign a stress token to another ship at range of 2 of you that player controls. So basically just giving out more stress. For 2 points, automatic, it's for free, so it's not action dependent. And you're going to survive long enough in this shuttle for this to do its money's worth of stress. So decent title, not overpowered, but really the strength is this in the ship is that it's dual roles. I think it can be a fantastic support ship and also a really big, attacking powerhouse of a ship. It'll be a little bit difficult to fly. Did we look at the dial for it? It'll be a little difficult to fly because of the fact that it's a large base and it doesn't have any turnaround ability. It doesn't have a K-turn. There's this base, but it does have the 0 stop, so you can do the slow approach. It does have a hard 1, which actually makes it a little bit easier. This is vastly superior to the Lambda shuttle, but also significantly more expensive. So you have a lot of ways that you can field this thing. Tell me what you think about this ship. How are you going to store this thing? I think I'm going to have to store this in the top of my containers where I keep the Ghost and other really large, huge ships. So yeah, let me know what you think about this ship, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and check out all my other Wave 10 ships and all the other goodness that I have out there for you guys. And thank you so much for watching, and I do appreciate all the likes and the comments. You guys have a wonderful day. Take care.